Hello, I'm going to start a new video here. We're going to talk about Excel, and we're just starting off with Excel, and I'm going to give you an overview of Excel and how it looks and how it behaves, and we'll just start with how it starts off. And if you open up Excel, good morning, that's what it says here, and we'll start with a blank workbook and see what that looks like. We open up a blank workbook, looks like this. Excel is comprised of cells, and it starts off with a worksheet. And once you have more than one worksheet, it's considered a workbook. And each cell is labeled by an address that's labeled in the name box, which is up in the upper left corner here, and the name box is this right here, and its address is A1, this current one right here. So if I click in the cell here, it's signified by the column header, which is A, and the row number, which is 1. So if I click over here, say for example, in column D and row 4, we have D4. And if I go back over to the name box, it indeed says D4. So it's very easy to recognize where you are at all times by just clicking into a cell in column 4, and it highlights over here 14. So I'm in F14, so I can immediately find out exactly where I am. Once you start calculations, it's very easy to get click happy, and that's what I call it, because once you put an equal sign in something, Excel says, okay, you're ready to put a calculation in, and you can't get click happy because as soon as you put an equal sign in, it means in Excel that you're ready to get busy and start putting in a calculation. You can't start clicking around anywhere. You have to be very deliberate when you click somewhere once you put an equal sign in. So you can't click somewhere unless you're ready to, because it means that you're ready to, when you click somewhere, you're inserting that cell's address into a calculation. So you can't include that click into a calculation, because that means you're including that cell's address into a calculation. So you have to be very cautious about where you click as you proceed. So so let's start off by looking just at where everything is, and then we'll talk about calculations a little bit later. Okay, so some things are very familiar to you. There's the format painter, cut, copy, and paste. And you have your basic formatting things that you saw in Word, and alignments. Yeah, those are all the same. Wrap text, merge and center, maybe a little bit different. Merge and center comes in handy, like if you grab a bunch of cells like that, you drag select over them. You can click and drag over a bunch of cells, and then you go up to merge and center, and it'll merge and center for you like that. So to undo it, you would just hit Control Z, and it goes back to where it was. Now over in the number group over here, you have a general number, which is like a whole number, which you're used to. Underneath it, you have all these different things. Currency would be like dollars and cents. That's where the dollar sign is right next to the number. Now accounting is where the dollar sign is all the way to the left of the ledger. So that's a very different look, where the dollar sign is right next to the number, and the accounting is where the dollar sign's all the way to the left in the cell. So the cell, like if I have, let's say, if I type in $1.99 right here. See, that is currency right there. But if I go over here to accounting, you can see the difference, right? Okay, it's very different. Okay. Then we have percent and long date, short date. So short date would be like a hyphenated date. Long date would be like January 15th, 2023. Time would be including the time along with the date. Percentage, fraction, and then we have exponents and text, and then you can go to different number formats as well. Conditional formatting, we'll do that a little bit later on. Cell styles, if we go under there, you see that there's a number of different ways you can format. We will look at that. And auto sum is a very handy feature. We'll be looking at that, and you'll need to know that for your exam. Yep, all that stuff. And then on the insert tab, of course, that's when we're not going to go to these over there. Yeah, maybe tables. Insert pictures. Yeah, if you want to insert a picture into your worksheet, yep, you'll need to do that for your exam. Probably won't need to know any of these. Nope, not for Excel. No. Insert charts. Yes, you will need to know that. Okay. Formulas. Yes, insert function. It's the same thing as going over here to this little FX symbol. It's not like going to the Sci-Fi Channel. They used to have FX symbols for that. But here's all your different functions that you'll use. You also can get to them from clicking this little icon here. And then once you get really proficient, you'll just know how to use them. And there's more functions here. And then there's Name Manager here. But let's go back to Insert here. Pictures. Smart art, charts here, yeah, that's where we were here. Line chart, we'll look at some of those. Link here, yeah, we might look at hyperlinks and text box. And then over here, it's kind of cut off on the other side here. I'm sorry, there's equations. I don't think we'll look at that. Symbols, I don't think you'll look at that either. Symbols, I don't think symbols. There's trademarks and registered trademarks. I don't think you have to look at those. So I don't think you need to look at that. Okay, page layout. Yes. Yep, you'll need to go in there because we have to set up certain things. Sometimes things don't fit on one page. Up here in scale to fit, if you set things to 1 page wide by 1 page high, then everything will fit to 1 page, so that's good. And sometimes if you want the grid lines to print out, then you can make sure that they view grid lines. Sometimes it'll print out on a blank page, and you'll say, well, why didn't the grid lines print? Well, that's why you want to view the grid lines. So if you wonder why that doesn't appear, sometimes that is the reason. And over here, page setup, down here, and here's the same thing, fit to 1 page by 1 page tall. Margins, center on page. See how it's in the top here. If you want to center horizontally and vertically, notice how the preview goes directly into the center. Header and footer. If you want to, or if the document asks you to put into a custom header or custom footer, let's try custom header. In the left section, you want to put something specific in the, say you want to put insert page number. Insert page number of, insert number of pages. This is page 1 of blank pages. You get that? This is page 1 of 5 pages. You can put this over here. Page 1 of and then put 5 pages. And then the center section you can put time, and then you can put your name over in the other section. And click OK. So that when you print it out, it will do that. Page 1 of 1. So see, my of goes in there. Otherwise, it would just say 1, 1. It wouldn't say 1 of 1. You have to put the of inside there. Okay, so that's what you have to do. So you have to put the of in there. Otherwise, it doesn't. It's not smart enough to know that. Okay, but there are the little icons there. That's what these are for. They're little, and there's one for sheet or file name. You can insert a picture in there, the date, the time. I don't have a file name yet. I haven't named anything. Okay. And then the only place there where you can really see what is your print preview. It'll give you a little preview of what. So far as all I have is that $1.99 thing that I put in there, and it gives you a little preview of what is going to print out so far, and so far it's nothing because I haven't done anything yet. Okay, so I think I better end this here. Other than, let me see if I need formulas. Okay, there's nothing I really need to show you there yet. Data. We're not going to do anything on the data tab. Review. Eventually we're going to do something on protect worksheet on your extra credit. So nothing there yet. On the view tab, there's the zoom slider and the different views here. And automate. Nothing. Add-ins. So we're going to pretty much focus on the insert tab, page layout, and formulas tab. So that's what you're going to need to know. Okay, so I will pause it there and we'll talk to you later. Okay.